Hello YouTube, it's Terry and welcome to my channel. It's TD More Than Just Orchids, and I am checking things out over here in the east cooler end of my greenhouse. It is December and I still have a lot to do out here. I haven't really done much but move plants to higher light positions, which you saw in the other video that I did a couple days ago. I've also repotted well, I haven't repotted. What did I do? That's about, I used my heater. I had to. That's a big thing because that's another video and a disaster that you all went through with me when this heater went on somehow. Well, I thought it was off, but it wasn't off all the way, and the cool temperatures triggered it to come on, and of course plants were still there. All of my Persavalas and Cattleyas, crosses of that sort, mounts, were burnt to a crisp. A few were salvaged and have, slowly started to recover. This might be one of them. But anyhow, I've turned this on. The temperature last night was chilly. Might be getting a heat wave in a few days, going up to maybe in the 40s, high 40s, but it's been generally in the 20s, 26, 27, and the lows are pretty much in that range as well. So I am actually gonna just look at some things down at this end, as I always am, because this end of the greenhouse, the plants are cooler and they are kept drier. Here is my Laelia Anceps alba, and it still has that spike that's pushing forward. Yay. Was hoping to get a few more on the other growths. I suppose it is still possible, but we will see. And there's another new growth that's over there. Checking these encyclias and the resting to make sure that they're not too shriveled up. That's my Bensonii, my Divinianum, and then here is Search of the Nail, which, whatever. This is my Pendulum, which is looking horrible. But my Oligophyllum is looking great on this side. I'm hoping to see blooms on that. And generally my encyclias are all looking wonderfully. No growths are blasting so far, still maturing the growths. Even those that have been newly repotted or new mounted, I mount most of my encyclias when possible. And this is my Profusa. No, it's not. It's a Phoenicia. And I split it and put it on 2 mounts. And if I can squeeze my fat body through here, I noticed that it is giving me new growths, which is very promising. Now, my encyclias, I still give them highlight, but as I've said, they're in cooler temperatures and more light, but they still have to have the humidity. Yeah, and since this is the season for blooms for Dockrilla, especially my Shoanina, I am checking it to see if any blooms have snuck up and just popped open. And as I scan, I don't really see any. But everything so far looks good. My epidendrum here, or colostylus parkinsonianum. I mean, look at the tiered growths. I mean, it's just mind-boggling, the possibility that this plant will give me lots and lots of flowers. I mean, the growths, growth, and on all sides of the plant. Nice, healthy growth. So, this is the one that was replaced by this. And believe it or not, I noticed it's giving me a growth. Yay. Since we're back here, this is another plant that I need to do some research on. Although the growths are looking really nice, the plant has not browned. And I know from my past research on this plant is that it likes a little bit of a dry rest, but probably I'm not giving it high enough light. I'm not sure, but that is Brimarianum. That's Dendrobium. And then over here, which is hanging out, and I'm kind of debating on taking it off of this mount, although the roots still seem to attach themselves to it. But you can see how desiccated it looks from the newest growth to the latest, but that is somewhat its growth form, habit, I should say, as far as the pseudobulbs are concerned. And when you look down, there are roots forming. But I believe that I'm going to, well, I know I'm taking it with me right now, and I'm going to put it with some of my other plants that I've pulled to either do maintenance on or other things, repotting, but I really need to make sure that the humidity in here stays high, especially down at that end, because that is all the moisture that they get, really, is the misting and from the humidity that is present in the air. So I am putting this now Miltonia famatichilum over here. This is my work area, as I pointed out before, where these are plants that for various reasons need some attention. And I'm just going to add my Oncidium famatichilum right there. And this is another plant that I need to get a closer look at and get any infestation or any SIP problem taken care of, because that's something that I really need to pay attention to. This is an assortment of some rescues, but Gladys is on here as well, hopefully forever. But since they are sharing this mound, they're more susceptible to bugs, and so I have to keep it clean so that if it does, well, I just have to keep it clean so that there is no bugs, because as I said before, if one plant has it, they all have it, and since that group is sharing that mount, I have to keep them all three clear, so that entails constant observation. But let me just take a look at these here, specifically this George Tyler, which has never bloomed. and was one that I had that was affected somewhat by the heater that I said earlier going off. I did manage to save this. And this is another George Tyler that I removed from a mount and put it on that just as a hitchhiker. Well, it was on a piece of it's on a piece of tree fern, but giving it highlight and hoping for the best. But for the most part, when I put my Rosavla, Cattleya types in this area, they seem to respond pretty well, which is why I've moved them here specifically, along with the ones that were moved from down that area before I turned the heater on last night. Those two things were really all that I wanted to show you all today. I had actually moved this one just to make sure that it is bug free. I'm not sure. I may just spray that one just for good measure. Thank you all for really tuning in and really focusing and paying attention and being invested in me and my life here in this greenhouse or wherever my life takes me. Those of you that have been on watching my videos for a while, just know how up and down and trial and error and the drama of it all. So I appreciate you all, and I just feel like I need to tell you every chance that I get. So that's really it for now. Turn this heat down right on cue. So anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Love you all. And enjoy your orchids as always. Bye. I actually have one more thing that I just found that I am excited I had to show you. And this is, that's the cross. It's BC Peach Bird. And you know I've been talking about this plant for a while, waiting on flowers. But besides that sheath that I just showed you that is filling up, look at here. This is a new growth. This growth, up. And then when you look down in there, do you see that? Okay, I'll give you a better view. For you skeptics, you see that? Birds. So, stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.